People often ask me, how can they improve their accent faster? Or how long is it going to take me to improve my accent? And there really is no easy answer. So learning how to speak, which is basically what you're doing when you're changing your accent or trying to learn a different one, is kind of like learning how to play piano or learning how to play basketball or something like that. It involves muscle memory, muscle motor skills. And so you have to practice. There's really no other way around it. You just have to practice, practice, practice. You can't just try it once a week and see very much progress. So what you have to do is repeat the same tough sounds over and over again. So say you're having a hard time with the ah vowel. So the ah vowel in bat, sack, rat, mat. So you're going to have to say that word over and over again. First, you're going to try to just say the sound itself. So ah, 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 ah. And when you get really good at that, however long it takes, then you move on to words. And you're going to start practicing that sound in words like bat, rat, sack, hammer. I don't know. I can't think of another one right now. I'm going mat, crack, gnat, pattern, sat. So once you say those words, you've got to say them over and over again. You might say mat, 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 or slower. Rat, rat, sat, sat. Do that over and over again until you're really good at that. You can get it every single time. And then you start adding words to it like I sat, big rat, the mat. Make sure you can do that really well. And then you're moving on to sentences. I see a rat. I sat on the mat. Oh, that has two in there. Sat, mat. There is a pattern here. So make a bunch of sentences with those or use some of the ones that I have here on the site and just keep practicing them over and over and over again until you can say them in sentences. And then after that, you're going to go on to practicing those sounds in reading and then practicing those sounds in conversation. There's really no special trick to this. This is how we teach kids to speak in speech therapy. We start with the sound, first at the isolation level, and then put it in words, then in phrases, then in sentences, and then reading and conversation. I mean, it's just how you learn. And when you think about babies when they're learning to speak, that's kind of how they progress too, right? From simple sounds to longer utterances and then longer sentences, conversation. And learning an accent is basically the same thing, only you have an advantage that you already have a lot of the skills you need. For instance, you probably already know how to pronounce a lot of the consonants, a lot of the vowels, and so some of it is just a matter of putting them in the right place because you're not used to saying that particular spelling that particular way. So you are ahead of the game as far as that goes. You just still have to practice, practice, practice. Maybe you don't have the soft TH sound in your native language, the thought or with, whether it's at the beginning for thought or thumb, or at the end for with or math or path, or in the middle like bathtub, toothbrush. So you're going to have to practice that one and get used to having that, that tongue sticking out a little bit. Bathtub, toothbrush. And it doesn't have to come out very far, but that's a new skill you're going to have to learn, so that will be a little bit harder. But there's no other magic bullet that's going to let you learn it right away. And what does an accent coach do? The accent coach is kind of like the piano teacher. So the piano teacher is going to tell you how to hold your fingers the best way, how they're going to rest on the keys, which fingers to use and cross over and the different fingering. And then they're also going to tell you like how to make certain parts softer and certain parts louder and add some emotion here and hit it this way. And the same thing with an accent coach. They're going to teach you how to put your tongue, how to hold your mouth, how to use your voice in a certain way, the pitch, the resonance, maybe with your phrasing. Is it going to go up and down? Like, how is it going to go that way? Kind of like you would with music, only it's speech. But the other important thing is if you go take piano lessons and then you don't go home and practice, are you going to get better? No, you're probably going to waste your money because you're not practicing. So it's just the same way with learning a language or learning an accent, learning to speak. You have to practice. So you're going to go and practice every day doing those things that I just talked about. And then when you go back with your accent coach, they'll listen to you and they'll point out things that you're doing well, what you could improve, and maybe some new skills that it's time to move on to, and a little bit with the phrasing and things like that. So just as you could learn how to play piano by yourself, watching things on YouTube, and actually I taught myself piano when I was little, but I never got very good because I didn't have that long-term teacher to teach me and improve and push me to do better. So it's the same way with your accent. It's all a matter of motivation. So an accent coach is kind of like a piano teacher. They teach you the skills, they encourage you to practice, they point out what you're doing well, what you can improve, and give you tips for what to work on next. So do what you can on your own, and then maybe hire an accent coach to help you improve and move farther down the road in your accent journey. That is an overused phrase. Let's go on this journey together. Thank you for being part of this journey. Anyway, good luck. If you would like to have accent coaching, I am happy to help you. It's something I really love to do. So check out my site. Talk to you later. Bye.